Hello there. How's everybody doing?
Happy Sunday, happy Sunday,
Happy
happy
Sunday.
Sunday.
Stephanie, I'm so especially glad to have you here with us today.
I'm great too. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
How's the weather?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It really is. Oh my goodness. If you are in Michigan, it is absolutely gorgeous today.
It is really nice out there.
Anyways, hopefully it's not snowing up north.
I
It's
know.
pretty. It's pretty down here.
But even if it is snowing up north, it ain't down here. So
Exactly.
happy about
Let them keep it, right?
yeah.
Nice in the deep.
So, everybody, we have Stephanie Fazekas on with us today. She is actually not a stranger to our podcast. She was here before, but today she's bringing another level of herself to introduce to the podcast. So I'm excited about that because you literally are a person who wear many hats. So we're gonna tap into it. And Aaron, what you got for us?
Well, what happened? Uh-oh.
What happened with
Did I
what?
free? I can't hear you, Keela.
uh
Can you
so
hear me
today,
now? Uh-oh.
Okay,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
okay. So, this was kind of a like a rush for me today cuz I had to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, but today's feature is Mr. What's his name?
Bobby Womack.
Bobby Bobby Womack.
Is that
I
because
don't even
he's
I
all
don't
over
even
social media this weekend?
say that again.
Is that because he's all over social media this weekend?
What is he on social media for?
Uh, I guess his uh, messing with Sam Cooke's woman and just scandalous stuff.
Oh, oh Lord.
Yeah, that
Supposedly.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but yeah, yeah, there was some messed up stuff with Sam Cooke's wife after Sam Cooke
Really?
died. Yeah, and I was looking at an interview with him where he said that he was kind of zooted, kind of high, and he was holding his baby on the bed, and the baby fell over on the side of the bed and strangulation in the covers. He said he never forgot it. It just bothers him. But so anyway, rest in peace, Mr. Bobby Womack. See, look at Keela's face. I knew I shouldn't have said that. So anyway, uh we're gonna scratch a little bit of Bobby Womack to scratch us in. How's that sound?
That sounds
Sound terrible to Keela now.
It's
So
partially my fault. I thought that's why you picked him because he was like the meme is going around all weekend about.
yeah, but I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. But anyway, let me ask you guys something. Where
okay.
are we going today?
We are going all the way there.
Right there.
All right.
Where are we going today? All the way there. Let's go.
Well, hello everybody.
I'm
As
loving
you,
the accent. I'm loving the accent.
Me
well,
too.
thank you. As
Like,
you see, we have Mrs. Stephanie Fazekas here today. She wear many hats. If you have been following All the Way There podcast for a very long time, she was a previous guest here with her children's books, her homemade candles, and it was something else I believe you had on that podcast. Did you do some like three different things?
It might have been the body butters.
The body butters, girl. I knew you had your hands in a lot of dishes. So she make homemade body butter. She make homemade candles, scented candles, some big beautiful ones as too. And she's also an author and an illustrator and an artist.
Wow.
So this lady got her hands kind of busy. She keeps her hand to the plow. And so we're gonna allow you to introduce yourself to us. I don't know if how you feel about me throwing a plug in there, because sometimes people want their own individuality, but I know your brother is a kind of a famous person too. So you guys just kind of keep it in the family, huh?
Um, yes, he is a little bit. Tristan Fazekas is my brother, my stalker, as I call him.
Right.
Um,
I love
and
it.
no, I don't mind the plug. I
Okay.
appreciate it. In fact,
So tell us a little bit about you before we must go on with the show.
so as you have already stated, I am the Jackie of all trades, master of none yet. But by day, I'm a librarian, which I love.
That's the
And
one thing I loved about you, because you don't hear a lot of people say they're librarians these days.
Right.
So
Right.
that is the one thing that stuck out to me the last time you were here. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I kind of but go ahead.
that's fine. It is kind of interesting, especially for people of color. It's still a
Mhm.
field that we're marginalized in, and not so much because we can't do it, but um, a lot of people find it boring,
Mhm.
and or just not something that they even know that requires a degree. Um, so
Yeah.
so a lot of people say that they've never met a librarian, and um,
Can imagine that.
I'm like, you don't go to the library, but so then we have a whole nother conversation.
Right.
Um, I'm also a children's author and emerging artist.
Mm.
And as you
So,
said, go
oh,
ahead, Aaron.
I'm sorry. I'm such a fan of artists. Most artists. So all of my questions will be like, what medium do you use? What's your inspiration? So we'll get in. I know I'm gonna ask all that later. So, so
That's
because
fine. Go with it.
I'm an artist as well.
Awesome.
So I just like to see how other people see the world through their art. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what you do. Yeah,
Cool. So I'll have some questions for you too.
I will check all that out.
I'm definitely an art enthusiast. Always have been. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So let me ask this icebreaker real quick. What is your favorite children? Well, okay, so I'm gonna twist it a little bit. What is your favorite book as a child?
my favorite children's book as a child is The House That Jack Built. I don't know
Hmm.
who
Okay.
the author is. There's been, I think, different authors, but it's a rhyme, it's a build on, and I would insist that my parents read it every night before bed. So,
Really? I never heard
Nice.
of that book.
yeah.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, that's what's up. Um, I have so many because I just love the children books, and I used to love looking at the pictures and envisioning myself in the pictures. That how your mind wander, just like when you actually looking at art. You ever stared at art and pictured yourself inside of the art?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of the same, but I loved poetry. So Where the Sidewalk Ends was one of my favorite go-tos.
Mhm.
Um, Anything that kind of was related to poetry was pretty much in my pile. When your teacher told you to go pick out 5 books to read, that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty much always my go-to with the poetry books.
My
Mm.
favorite, well, actually, my first works published were in middle school, 2 years in a row, when DPS did like the area wide contest. Both
Mm.
selections were poems each year. So,
Mm.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
yeah,
Check that
So
out.
you ain't new to this. You've been doing this.
kind
Mm-hmm.
of, yeah, kind of.
Which DPS did you go to?
Uh, I went to Corville for a little
No, I
while.
mean high school.
High school, I went to Crockett Technical High School.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. All
Very
right. That's
nice.
it.
I went
Very
to
nice.
the trailer home. My class was the
Yeah.
third class to graduate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to King. I took the test. I was scared
East
to go
side.
to a big high school. Yeah,
Mhm.
Did you
and
call it the trailer home?
it was in the trailer.
I
In the
Yeah.
know,
trailer,
but I know I used to take classes there. I used to get bused there to take different things there,
to
but I
Votech.
just never
Yeah,
heard nobody refer to it as
The
I mean
trailer
that's what
home.
it was. It was a pole barn, I guess you could call it. But I ended
yeah.
up in a pole barn as an adult, so
Mhm.
it came full circle. But yeah, that's what
Mm.
it. The academic portion.
I
Yeah.
used to love that because I utilized them for my wedding. You know how they had the kids were learning how to do flower. They were in school
Power
for
range.
flowering. Yeah, flower arrangements, and they did all the flowers for my wedding.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't know. I
So
didn't know
you,
that they had that. So it must be. It must have been something that they picked up later. So what did you take for Votech?
Girl, so honestly, if my mom is in this chat, she probably can remind me. It was something biz. Oh, I do know. It was all the mechanical engineering welding type thing. So I thought that's what I wanted to go into, and I didn't. So I came home with a whole bunch of metal stuff that I had um soldered together
You, yeah,
and
yeah.
never did nothing with them.
But at least you had the experience to know that that's not what you wanted to do, right?
I did.
Exposure is everything.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my favorite book as a child, I had two of them. Keela, I didn't know you violated child labor laws, but anyway, my two.
They got paid.
I'm just messing with you.
I know, like they got
Let
paid.
let the joke live for a minute. You just shoot the joke down. Okay, so my first one was um the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Okay.
I was reading that in middle school. That was just one of my fascinating books. The another one was just black encyclopedias. I just
Hmm.
love reading about black people
I
and how
loved
we just
encyclopedias.
I
yeah,
did
yeah.
too.
So my mom bought us these black encyclopedias, and I was just little kid, 4 years old, just looking at the pictures, looking at the pictures. And then then you learn to read and you read what the pictures are about. Now, honorable mention is this. This is probably my little quirk. One of my favorite things to look at was the Radio Shack catalog because I was a real techie from a little kid. I like to know how stuff fit, how it works, sound engineering, visual, all that. So the Radio Shack, when that thing came in the mail on Sunday, it was like the grail. So
Oh my goodness.
Did you get your mom to take you to Radio Shack?
nah, she wasn't having it. She was like, "Nope, you gonna pay this water bill?" Oh no.
Oh.
It was either Radio Shack or the bills. So
If anybody else in the comments and that's be looking, if you guys had a favorite book, let us know.
yeah. What
So, Aaron, what how we want to
oh
start this?
so Miss Fazekas, tell us about how you began your journey as an artist. Okay, it's because you have many hats. So let's just say let's put the artist hat on first. Because we can explore the librarian, we can explore the poet, we can explore
The
all of that.
children author.
Yeah, children's author. How did you start as an illustrator?
I started. I've always like doodled, and I would paint stuff for myself,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
not really thinking like everybody in my family has like the gift to draw and to make something um look appear like figurative. I
Mm-hmm.
never
Hmm.
had that gift, or at least I didn't think I did. In middle school, we had to do a sketchbook, and I probably got a D in it because I turned it in late because I didn't want to turn it in because I hated it because I didn't like that. I've always been pretty abstract, and I wanted to start illustrating my own children's books because I have more ideas than I have money to pay somebody to illustrate my books. And
Okay.
I'm really particular about my illustrations because that is very important for children's picture books.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
I have champagne taste and beer money. So I was like, let me see if I can illustrate my own work.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that, I started creating little characters. And I created a character actually for a program that I was getting ready to do at a school with the kids. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see if I could create this character using letters from the alphabet. And I did, and I didn't think anything else of it. I was showing a friend of mine another picture that I created, and I asked her if she would wear it on a shirt or a hoodie. And she saw the original character, the first character, and she was like, "No, but I will wear this."
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
she encouraged me to make a bunch of the character, who is Missy, by the way.
Okay.
And um, she didn't even have a name at the time.
That's your
And
main that's your main girl.
yeah, yes, Missy is.
Okay.
And she didn't have a name and she didn't have a tagline. So she has both now. But
Okay.
she encouraged me to paint her. So I went and got the paint that was almost 20 years old. And I painted her on the canvas, stuff that I already had. I'm a pack rat
Mm-hmm.
too, so I had all the stuff. I didn't have to go buy anything. And she came to life from there. And so then I started actually doing my flowers, which is pretty much what I've always doodled or
Mm-hmm.
painted. And they are abstract, like they're not constructed like a real flower. It's just
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I like about it, though.
Mm-hmm. And why flowers? What does flowers do to you? Do for you?
So my brother and my mother have green thumbs. I don't. I can grow stuff outside pretty well.
So
Anything
wait,
inside.
what I'm hearing is whatever I can't do, I'll just draw it.
I,
For this
basically.
for the flowers.
Yeah.
So there are some flowers like if I get them, I plant them outside and they do well. But it's like I have to go to seed. Like poppy, Turkish poppies are one of my favorite flowers. They're
I
very
love
hard
poppies.
to grow
Mm-hmm.
from seed. And so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been successful at it. So I just created a series and I call them wild wallflowers. So they go
Mm-hmm.
on the wall.
Okay.
I can grow them outside, but I can draw them and hang them on the wall. So
I love poppies.
yeah. I
Okay.
love it too.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was
So
just saying I love
your
it too.
medium of choice is paint.
So pretty much, I mean, I use um acrylic for the most part. I
Mm-hmm.
have some oils, but I use other things as well,
Mm-hmm.
like glitters, getting into using paper. I have beads that I've put on my whatever canvas I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, for the most part, it's paint.
Have you dabbled in any other kind of medium?
Um I have used fabric on
Ah,
some of my paintings.
yeah.
I've incorporated it for like the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know if it was just an idea or I just didn't feel like I couldn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish with the actual painting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I experiment with everything. I really, in terms of my tools, I like to use my fingers. I like to touch stuff. So I'm a cosmetologist. I'm licensed. I don't practice, but that's what I went to Crockett for.
There's another
Yeah.
hat.
So I would get in trouble because, like, when you're applying chemicals, you're supposed to wear gloves.
Yeah.
Right.
But I like to feel, what I'm doing. I have to feel. So I really like using my fingers, and I like using palette knives.
Okay.
Those are
Mm.
my go tos.
Mm-hmm.
So use a little plaster, depending on how I like texture on my
Yeah.
painting. So
Right.
depending on how thick I want something, I might use plaster. Sometimes the paint, if I'm using a heavy body paint, is thick
Mm-hmm.
enough. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Right. So then, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gila. I saw that you was taking a breath.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's what I think I pretty much like about your stuff because for one, all artists have their own mind frame of thinking and how they draw things out or whatever. And I think what I noticed, like when I would go to like the museums and stuff, you draw people some, and I love to see the people in the art. And some people like, I just want colors, I just want an abstract, I think you call it abstract or something
Yeah.
when it's just
Mhm.
colors or whatever, and those are nice for me, but somehow yours bring life. So when you paint this person, and even if it's just the back of their head and we can't see their face,
Mhm.
I am visualizing something that is going on in a painting. So those are the type of paintings that draw me in. And I think a couple of times I even asked you, I'm like, is this for sale? You like, you can see it at the art exhibit. And which
Yeah,
we
you
will
you
talk
definitely can
about
see
later.
it and purchase. What I have at the exhibit will be for purchase.
Okay,
Okay.
nice,
Okay.
nice.
Well, let's talk about that exhibit coming up. What is it and when is it and how can we connect with you there?
So the flower and the seed is an exhibit that will display the art of myself as well as my sons, and it's May 11th. It'll be at
Okay.
Design Studio 6, which is across the street from Marygrove,
Mhm.
Okay.
or Marygrove Conservancy now. It'll always be Marygrove to me.
I know that's right.
Um, so it's 5 to 8, and it'll be our inaugural exhibit.
Mhm.
Nice.
So
Is it
um,
free? Does it cost to get in?
it is free.
Mhm.
We, like I said, there'll be art to purchase, and there may be some vendors. April, the venue's owner, has a store in the front. So it's the day before Mother's Day. So if you want to get your last minute Mother's Day gifts or additional Mother's Day gifts, uh,
Mhm.
he has a lot of things from local artisans there. It's really dope.
Oh,
So
okay.
Or
I'm
things
hoping
for
something
my,
would happen for Father's Day too. But
or
anyway,
things for myself.
yeah, things for yourself.
yeah. So I noticed on the flyer it says mother and son.
Yes.
What is how does that connect? Mother and son.
So my son is going to be a part of the exhibit.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, he is actually he's an artist as well. He started off doing custom shoes in high
Mhm.
Okay.
school, and he still does them. He does some apparel as well, and initially the exhibit was supposed to be a fashion exhibit with my friend. It was her
Mhm.
idea, but some things happened, and she had to pull out. And I didn't want to just throw the project away. She got me all geeked up and stuff. So I was like, this maybe this is
We
serendipity. We
Yeah.
can we can turn this into something else. And since it's the day before Mother's Day, my son and I could do something together.
That's
And
nice.
So that explains the flower and the seed.
yes,
The mom and the son.
yes.
Got it.
Did you just figure that out now, or you thought about that? Cause Aaron be thinking about stuff way before and then put. You just came up with that.
I just figured it out. Yeah.
Impressive.
I mean, is it impressive? I thought that was a shot. But anyway, so but that's a good thing that you tied your son into that because I can see the creative strand going through your Miss Robinson. I owe you
Yeah,
one. I owe
that's
you
her
one.
niece.
I owe her one. So Miss Graham has a question.
Wait, did you know that though, Aaron?
Yeah.
That Stephanie is her niece.
Yes. So Miss Doris Graham asked Stephanie, when did you figure out you wanted to be a librarian? Were you a child or older?
Miss Graham, I'm gonna tell you this. I haven't really told a whole lot of people, but so my major in undergrad was Africana Studies.
Yes.
After after I switched a couple of times, I
Hmm.
stumbled into it, and I loved it. I loved everything about being in the program. It was community oriented. um, I loved the program,
Mm-hmm.
and but I was like, what am I going to do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I thought I was going to go to law school. Wasn't ready, didn't really have the confidence, and I was like, you got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, the light bulb went off, like librarian, and which I guess is meant to be, because the first job that I applied for in as a teenager was at a library, and I went and took the test. At the time, Detroit Public Library had you take tests at the branches,
Mm-hmm.
and I failed it miserably. I didn't realize until I was in college that I had test anxiety.
Hmm.
By that
Mhm.
time, I had gotten
Mhm.
over it, but I didn't know that test anxiety existed, and
Mhm.
so I didn't get the job because it looked like I didn't know the alphabet or could alphabetize.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
And so
Mhm.
so it was like shortly before I graduated from undergrad that I decided that I wanted to be a librarian. And somehow I knew that I was going to end up working in the prison. At the time, I worked as a dental assistant in the jail for Wayne County.
Wait,
And
let me write this next: dental assistant, cosmetologist, librarian, artist, illustrator. Okay.
I have had fun. I have truly lived my life, and
Yes.
will continue to do so.
Okay.
But I knew that I wanted to be a children's librarian, which I ended up doing,
Mm-hmm.
but the prison librarianship came first. And actually, I worked in the jail as a librarian for a little while, and then I ended up working in the prison. So um, that was a great experience for me. For the most part, it wasn't until later that I started to realize how toxic it was. And it
Oh.
wasn't that things were happening to me so much, but as how they were happening to other people,
Mm-hmm.
the inmates, the staff, it really bothered me. So
Oh.
when I
Wow.
left, it was time for me to leave.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Look, talk about your uh so you said you did say Jackie of all trades and master of none. But which one of those array of things that brought you the most fulfillingness, if that's a word, made you more fulfilled? Is it the artist in you that makes it more fulfilling for you, or did something other than that kind of draw your string?
I would probably say that they've all had their moments. Like the dental assistant, it was like a means to an end.
Okay.
I had a son and family, and I needed to do it. And even before I got pregnant, I was following under the footsteps of my late god sister, who was a dental assistant.
Okay.
And so I knew that I was gonna go to school and do, more, but that was sustaining me until I could get through.
Hmm.
But I'm always more fulfilled when I'm creative, and whatever creative bug I have at the moment,
Hmm.
because I do switch off. Like sometimes I want to sew. I want to,
Mhm.
I want to create that way. So it just depends on how I feel, and I've learned not to chide myself or beat myself up about that, because I am all over the place, because it's a mood. It's whatever the mood is, that's what it is
Right.
at the time. The art has been very consistent.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um However, because I can incorporate so many things into it, and like I create a lot for other people. So if I can't buy you anything. I'm a gifter. I like to give.
Hmm.
And so I'm gonna create something
Right.
But
and to you.
I think that that's okay because sometimes the world is just made like you just got to be just here, and I think it's okay that you are dibble in this and dabble in that and dabble
Mhm.
in that. I mean, I think that that's absolutely fine. And so, you speaking of the sewing, you actually like have sewn some clothes. I saw somebody put you should wear something you made on a
Yeah.
thing on the
So
podcast.
sew, crochet, which I learned that later in life. My mom showed me, my grandmother showed her, but it wasn't like through a pattern. My mom just showed me how to chain. And from there I went, and whatever I could visualize, I would make it, or I would go and watch YouTube videos and I would learn the terminology, and then I could read a pattern, which I don't really like to do, or a
Mhm.
visual person. So, because sometimes I'm like, what is that? I
Mhm.
don't know what they're talking about. But if I see it, 9 times out of 10, I can emulate it.
Yeah, okay.
Um, so yeah.
That's a gift within itself, though. Just like people who can automatically pick up an instrument, but they actually can't
Mhm.
read music. You know what
Right
I mean? But they can play it just
here.
as if, yeah.
Yeah. It
Right.
is.
Yeah, that's kind of like me because I'm real talented like that too. So look, let's let's get into one of your children's books. What is the title of it, and do we have a children's? Do we have a
I
picture?
was trying to find it on, but I see a lot of things that she is the illustrator on. But I wanted to find your book, the one that you.
Which one? What did
So
you
my
want?
books are The Empress's New Hair. That was my first children's book published.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I am in the process, and it's taking forever, but I'm in the process of re-illustrating that.
Mm-hmm.
And like a salad,
Hmm.
Mhm.
dancing monkeys in my soup, which is my favorite. I know you're not
Yes, that's
favorite
the one I
child,
think you talked about on the show. I
probably,
believe. Mhm.
probably. And then Bush Baby, Go to Sleep is the most recent. It came out 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I have more on the horizon. I just, it's not the time for it.
Oh, okay. Wow. How so? Will
Oh.
these books will they be at the exhibit?
Maybe. Like a
No.
salad, most likely will be there because I have a bunch of copies on hand.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really decided yet. I think I'm gonna do the candles and the body butters, but
Oh wow.
I need a like to clone myself, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
we all do, because my ideas and my aspirations are way larger than the time in the day. So
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
anybody is gonna look for her books, and when you are purchasing her books, her author's name is F. Hardy. So
yes,
if you put in
Oh.
Stephanie Fazekas, it may not pull up.
Okay.
yeah,
So that's
Okay.
something to know.
yeah. Or
Okay.
you can go to sfhardybooks.com and they're all there.
Okay.
sfhardybooks.com.
I started a book
Mm,
based on my mom.
awesome.
Yeah. It was called "Shut Up Before You Get Slapped," but it's can we take a look at some of her artwork?
Okay, one second, because well,
While we're waiting, so are you going to finish this book?
Yeah, because my mother had these very creative ways of making us be quiet, and
Mm.
and it wasn't nothing physical. It was just the verbiage and the images she created in your head. She'd be like, I slapped the piss out of you, and it's like, how how is that possible? So
It'll hit you pretty hard.
yeah,
I
so
would I would rather my mom hit me than, and what she rarely did. I would rather her hit me than holler at me. I hated being hollered at. Oh my,
yeah.
yeah.
and she's very mild, mannered, um, can come off as passive, but when you push those buttons,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And she was tired, so well, mine was tired. I'm sorry.
Man, I thought I had hard parenting until Aaron started telling me something. I had pretty much soft parenting. Aaron lived in a boot camp, it sounds like.
No, 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 no. She was very fair. She was very fair. Just I'm not making this a long thing, but she was very fair. But when she was tired, you left her alone. That's
yeah,
all.
and it's hard too. Like I've had to apologize to my son, because
Apologize. Why? What's
yeah,
that?
well, I have apologized because I was like, you on the go all the time, you working. I was in school most of his, childhood. And so it's like you don't have time for games. It's like everything, come on, let's go, let's do this. I'm not
Yeah.
playing. And it comes off as very harsh. And sometimes I was very harsh. So I did apologize because it's not, becoming,
Mm.
or, I don't want him to have issues as a result of, me
And
being
people do
frustrated or impatient.
sometimes. But I
Yeah.
think I think that's the beauty of it is sometimes you don't realize when you're in it, because you're just the hustle and bustle of life.
Yeah.
And then you just go back and say, look, I'm sorry. We was all trying to get through this at the same time. And then when they're older, then they understand things are a little bit different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. But
And just like I think when my daughter got her first job and she came home one day and she was like, now it makes sense why you would, when I would say, Mom, let's go, go, go. And you'd be like, I just got home from work.
Right.
yeah.
And I'm like, and just think you only worked 4 hours.
Mhm.
Oh, just imagine. So,
Yeah.
okay. Which one do we want to show a particular one first, or we just gonna go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
Oh,
Okay, what is this?
Oh, that's nice.
this is shea butter, and it's a digital piece. It was inspired by just
I
um,
love that.
we love our body butters, and
Mm-hmm.
just seeing women actually create the butters, get the butters ready, the whole process.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Um, we have this one which I love. I think this is the one I asked you. Was it because the flowers
Yeah.
and
So this one is also a digital piece, and it was sometimes I'll sketch stuff out on paper, and then I'll take it to my iPad. And this one I came up with it in my mind, and I tried to recreate it on actually styrofoam. This piece is on gonna be on styrofoam, but
really
I didn't incorporate the lady. The poppy
Mm.
okay.
there, but I didn't incorporate the lady. So maybe another one.
That
That's
one I would purchase because it reminds me of my grandmother. She
I
kind of
love
looked
that
like
one.
that, and her name was Rosebud.
Oh,
Hmm.
awesome. Rosebud.
What
Was,
is
was she a rose?
what? Yeah, well, she was a pistol. I mean, you didn't mess with her either, and you didn't mess with her money. So you mess
Oh
with her
yeah.
money,
No.
she black steel.
Don't mess with grandma
But
money.
that's actually the one that I really love too. I think that's the one that came under your things. Like, is this for sale?
Mm,
It's really nice.
yeah.
Then you have this.
So
Oh.
this is a butterfly. Of course, it's an abstract butterfly. It was supposed to be a flower, and it morphed into a butterfly. And it's
Hmm.
on my door panel leading to my studio.
Ah.
Yeah, she put that on her door. That's really creative. Now, I love poppies. And you got to tell us the name of this one.
This is love it when you call me Big Poppy.
I love it. I love
You all
it.
are familiar with the song
Yes.
um, Notorious Big. But yeah, so there are going to be a couple, if not a few, pieces with poppy seeds, or one that I created for myself. I'm going to put it in the show. Um,
Okay.
if I can get away with not selling it, I'm going to try not, because I really want it.
You want to keep it for yourself?
Yes. Yes, I do. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's nothing
Okay.
wrong with that.
This one is nice as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So, this was inspired by a conversation that I had with someone, and we were talking about different groups in Africa. And this is the Wadobe. I think that
Okay.
gave the proper enunciation of that group of people. So it
Hmm.
was inspired by them. The men, they have a ceremony where they dress up, they put on makeup, and the intention is to get the attention of a bride. Or
Hmm.
Mhm.
so.
Mm.
I actually
Wow.
watched one of those ceremonies and it's actually pretty interesting.
Hmm.
Some of the stuff that the I don't know if you call it a ritual or what the mating call, I suppose.
Yes,
Mhm.
it is.
Yeah,
It is a
pretty interesting.
instant call. Like with the Maasai, they do the jump. So how high you jump determines your strength,
Mm-hmm.
and how strong you are is supposed to attract your bride. So they have
Mm-hmm.
ceremonies as well.
Man, could you imagine that in America and some within our community? She don't have to do 50-50, but okay, that's another post. I went off on a tangent.
What is
Yeah, she got to jump too,
what?
but okay,
Right.
back. I'm coming back. All
Where
right,
is
so
she right now?
what? Yeah, she got exactly what I meant, didn't you?
Hmm.
With the way these men are nowadays, she's got to
Some
jump
men, I,
too.
I won't say all, because some of the
That's what
things
I
that
said.
we see
Some
on social media, like I'm like, I've never experienced that. And I'm sure I know
exactly.
it happens, but I have never experienced it. And I don't know, maybe it's because of who I am, but like, what you bring it to the table, I can build it.
Exactly.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I can, like,
I told Aaron that is one of the best things that I'm so glad he did not ask me,
yeah,
because that is one of the. I hate that question, but you knew where I was coming from when I
yeah,
said some of these men nowadays, they'd be like, I'm not jumping. She got to jump too. I want to see how
right,
far she jumped.
right.
But now we have this final one right here.
Yeah, let's get off the Oprah.
Relax, Aaron, relax.
So
What
this
is
is
this?
also a digital painting, and it is reminiscent of a rose or even a tulip or
Mm-hmm.
a fist. It was one of my creations for Black History Month. I
I
challenged
Mhm.
like it.
myself to do a digital piece each day for Black History Month. So that was my contribution this year. And
That's nice.
yeah,
That is cool. And your signature, but okay, that one had a different signature. Oh, that's the other name was for the books.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Party is for the books. Is my pen
Okay.
name for books. Yeah.
Wow. Now. What is the name of the one behind you?
The one behind me is going to be the flower bearer.
Oh.
And I don't even have the sketch of it, but I've posted it on Facebook, where I sketched it with a pencil
Hmm.
on some scrap paper, and it's actually a lady, and her body is covered with the flowers,
Oh.
with the
Okay.
petals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's your inspiration behind that? What was the thought pattern? Like.
I was just doodling,
Oh. Okay.
and so sometimes I don't have a specific idea in mind. I just start drawing. And
Hmm.
then as the picture comes to life, I
Hmm.
start to have more ideas on what to add to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I'll come up with the title, which is different than writing, because a lot of the time the titles come to me before the story does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. So that's cool. Okay. So when I draw, I kind of have an idea. And for me, I see the finished product and then I try to duplicate it when I do it. And so it doesn't, sometimes it's random, sometimes it's just the way I feel, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I haven't done any painting in a while, but my medium of choice is pencil,
Okay.
colored pencil, because I can erase. Paint's kind of unforgiving,
Well,
but
no, not acrylic. Acrylic, you can paint over it, but I get what you're saying. Like,
mhm,
once you put it on the canvas, but I have recreated um mistakes or things
mhm,
that it didn't come out how I intended for it to, and so then I went over it. So I like acrylics for that reason,
mhm,
but um I like color pencils and the pencils too, and even watercolor, but
mhm.
watercolor is even harder to for me
Oh yeah,
to be
watercolor is
intentional
very
with.
unforgiving. Yes, because it runs and you have
Yeah.
to, it'll run away from you. But pencil, I can just say, "Oops, erase." So that's my deal. Okay, so
No, wait,
um,
Aaron. Wait. So, what
mhm.
do you like drawing?
What do I like drawing?
Mhm.
I like drawing anatomy because I used to draw superheroes a lot.
Okay.
I like the anatomy because for an artist to do anatomy, man, and if you do that really well, it's just like, God, you're just the best. But I also like anything that God made,
Okay.
seas, mountain ranges, all that stuff is still fascinating to me. In
And
fact,
you like scenery.
hmm,
You like scenery.
scenery or just people interacting, children, anything like that. I don't like uh cars and anything man-made. It just doesn't do anything for me. But scenery.
I'm trying to
Speaking.
master perspective. Like I
Oh,
did a piece that I submitted, and I really had the idea of like a forest.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, or 3 point.
Um, I want to say 1 point.
1 point is really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's,
I'm I'm,
it's
I'm trying to get there.
okay. Now, when you do 2 points, it makes you use both sides of your brain.
Yeah.
That's why that one's done. But then 3 point is like, but 1 point is just you got 1 point. Everything comes from the 1 point.
Right.
Yeah. So,
So
but it's
I
it's,
tried it.
it's cool.
We'll
So
see.
let me run one of my paintings by you. Right now, the name of this painting is like the place I go when people get on my nerves. That's the whole title. The place I
Okay.
go when people get on my nerves. And so me and Keela went to painting with a twist,
Okay.
right? And we did that little thing, but I put my little funk on it. I put my George Clinton
That's
on it.
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So this is my thing.
It's beautiful.
And so I was like, he was like, "Well, do this and do that." I was like, "I don't want to do that. I want to do this." So, I followed his pattern, but I put my little funk on it. What's your critique?
I should go get mine.
Yeah, go get yours.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
I think I will.
Yeah,
I
go.
like it. I think I can see the water. The moon is glowing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the flowers or the leaves on the tree,
Yeah.
and the perspective, the background. It looks like it's far away.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Thank you, ma'am. We
I
have
like.
like,
Now, of course, ours is the same, but we are different people.
yeah.
So,
And he did what he wanted to do, and not what the teacher.
absolutely. So I added more pink, like flowers to mine, and I added more waves in the ocean, but they were pretty much the same. And we actually have fun doing this, though.
Yeah, because there's a lot of different elements going on, like getting the moon to glow.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
that was
not
pretty
not the
interesting
main.
too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like Keela's water looks like she's washing greens in it. But anyway, look, I was
You are
thinking.
such a hater. I never seen a person on
I
your
was.
team hate you so bad. But mine looks like I'm actually there. Mine actually look like waves, though. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
but
it does like waves.
hmm
You
and
know.
I actually put flower blooms on my tree. It wasn't just stick things, but I
Yeah.
get it. So you got, all the good people get hated on, Stephanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both of them are very nice. I would
Thank
have.
you, Stephanie. And that came from the artist, guys. Thank you, Thank you, Theodore.
I like Keela. Whoa, see okay. So before before I ask the next question, I have one more um piece of art to show you that is not mine. It was done by a lady named Yvonne Wilson,
Okay.
and it's of me and my sons, and I love this.
I
I
Uh,
do.
like that.
I can see all three of them.
The push it
Yeah.
closer, Aaron, to get the glare out.
push it close.
Like tip the top toward the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah, like that. Tip it more. Yeah, like
I
that.
like
That's
that blue.
that's
It's not.
nice.
Yes.
Okay,
That's nice.
so that
So that
day,
must have been from a long time ago, huh?
Did
why?
you commission her to
Because
do
you
that?
had hair on there.
Because I had hair on there. Thank
Well,
you.
no, not wait. I mean, just notice that you had a full head of hair. So that
Uh,
it
I
was
tell you
beautiful,
all love
Aaron.
each other a lot.
so so what it was we were in a film, a movie, and we played musicians,
Okay.
and we had I know a lady who did artwork before you. I would, I like to commission other painters, and I said, well, we were in the movie and we played a band, and I just like painting of me and my sons, and she did it, and I liked it, loved it.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's just artwork is like all around, and I love it. I love it.
It
Yeah,
is.
y'all. If y'all didn't know, Aaron's been in movies and all these actors, and so
And now I know a book illustrator who can give me tips on finishing my book about my mama called "Sit Down Before You Get Slapped."
Okay, let's read this comment, Aaron.
Miss Graham says, "Nice, both of you. My painting looked like my snowman is being robbed. His twig hands are straight up in the air."
Yeah, instead of them being like this, hers is like.
It's okay.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Stephanie, because when you're on your way to doing something, you can create brand new stuff that you
Yeah.
never even thought would be beneficial. Because I remember like doing some things that I thought were mistakes, and people's like, "Oh, that's great,"
Yeah.
and it just kept me motivated to keep on going.
Exploring is probably the best part about
Yes.
artistry and being self-taught. A lot of things I pick up is just by exploring, and sometimes it's the mistake that it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I have to remember what I did here so that I can recreate it, and that's where the fun comes in.
Yeah.
Like trying to do something that is like the same all the time or mundane, um,
Right.
is not really fun.
Hmm.
But you
Or
sincerely live the life of a creator, though. Like you sincerely tap in. Like normally, those super creative minds, they kind of, a lot of them kind of all are all over the place. So you've had your hand a little bit in everything.
Hmm.
And like you say, that's okay. We all are learning. I
Yeah.
have fun doing it. That's not something I pick up all the time. I'm good with creating recipes. So, but the good thing is it's me trying to go back and get it the way that I did the first time, because my sister would say, "Oh, you should make that again." And I'm like, I don't remember what I
what I
did.
did,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? But I will try to keep doing it over and over until it's
you figure it out.
right. And so now people are actually getting my pasta recipe from me. Like I could try to make it on my own, and then they'll call me and say it just didn't taste like yours. And I'm like, relax, I got you covered. Just
Hmm.
send the money.
Right.
But
Let me make this for you.
but we have two things. I don't know if Aaron saw my text once again, but did you?
No, what was it?
Were you doing
Yes, we
so?
can do that over. We can do that over.
Okay, and also Miss Stephanie is also doing something as well today. I don't know if she wanted to introduce
Okay,
that.
go ahead, Miss Stephanie.
I don't know. I forgot what it was.
You know you were going to give out $1,000. No, I'm
Oh,
Well,
when I
can I
get
put my name in that one?
it, when I get it.
kidding.
What am
No,
I?
what was your
Didn't you
giveaway?
say something about the giveaway? You said something about off the grid.
Oh, the postcard.
Yes.
Yes. So I have a postcard that actually will be given away at the exhibit, but I can get
Oh, okay.
if somebody wants one. But yeah, that'll be the gift
Oh,
for
okay.
Coming to the exhibit.
hmm
Okay.
But
Oh,
how about we give a small painting away?
whoa! Are you
Oh,
serious?
are you serious for
A whole
real?
painting?
Uh-huh. You can look, it'll be abstract. You can pick the colors.
Mhm.
That is so
Are
nice.
Yeah.
you have yet to do it, or you already have it?
No, I'll have to do it.
Okay,
Nice.
I'll have to do
Oh
it.
my gosh, y'all.
that is
Now I want to be a part of that.
yeah, but we
Okay,
can't
so
because that would seem like it was fixed, so we can't.
her giveaway is an abstract painting. You will be able to pick your colors.
Hmm.
And that is so beautiful, Steph.
Thank you so much, Miss Stephanie.
I
Thank you.
lightweight want to be in on that, but I know I can't.
You
But
cannot.
so
Okay, so here's the deal. Go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Are you putting
Yep.
people's names?
I've already put everybody's name in this bag, right? So
Okay.
here's the deal. We had a giveaway last week, and we gave those things away. But one of the winners didn't contact us, so we couldn't give them to them. So we're gonna give somebody else a chance to win it. That's just the way it is.
So
Yeah.
today we're pulling 2 names out of that
We're
bucket.
pulling 2 names. The first one is to get. I see. I'm gonna go fast because I know we're gonna get our spice and seasoning, spice and seasoning, the gift card away, and the bonbons.
Yes.
From last week, and that winner is. And everybody's name that was there last week is in it this week. Plus Miss Theodora, only because
and
Dorcas is in there too. Only because Miss Stephanie is her niece, and the winner of that.
Who is it?
Oh my gosh! The winner of the seasonings.
Who is it? My mom? And she probably didn't even think she was winning anything today.
She won again. So anyway,
she won again.
Well, she won the things from JoJo last time.
Oh yeah. Maybe you think my mom wouldn't mind.
No, your mom she won fair and square. She gets.
She won her bonbons. I don't know why the other person didn't collect their stuff.
I
know. We gave them an amount of time to collect, and they didn't. They reached out and said they would, but then they didn't. Maybe they said, "I don't need spices." Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Now the winner of the small original painting from Miss Stephanie Fazekas is. Oh wow!
Who is it?
Now she didn't show up this time, but she was there last time.
Okay.
Should I go ahead and do this? Said I got 6 kids.
I'm laughing because that's real. She's like, I got 6 kids. Pull my name out that thing. Okay.
So,
who is it?
Should I do it over because she's not here today?
Well, we were supposed to be part of last week too. Did you want to?
Okay, I'll do it this week too.
Okay. Yay!
Who is
it?
Taisha.
We'll have to let her know. Yes, Taisha. She will definitely claim her prize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell her to pick up to 3 colors.
Okay. Yay, that's awesome.
See, all you got to do is tune into the All the Way There podcast, and we give random giveaways, man. And our guests are so blessed that they bless us to bless you.
Yes, I appreciate that, Stephanie. We definitely were not expecting that. So every week we create a challenge, and so Stephanie, really quick, if you want to give a challenge, and normally the challenges are like how you are a very creative mind and you try new things. Can you think of something really fast to give the audience to do for the challenge this week?
I challenge everybody to do something they put off, that they have scared to do or not to do it.
Something that you've been putting off, that you've been scared to do, just do it.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a good challenge.
Yeah.
Stephanie, thank you so much for coming back on the All the Way There podcast. And I are going to try our best to be there at your exhibit. We're going to definitely show up, show our face in the place. And anybody else, we would appreciate if you hop in and support your girl. She'll be here Saturday, May 11th, 2024, 5 to 8 p.m. at Design Studio 6. It's actually posted to the page. And so we just ask everybody to have a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, and wonderful what?
And just want to say shout out to the Finally Heard podcast hosted by L'Oreal. Check her out.
Yes, please check them out. They got a good thing going too.
Great.
We'll have to swap panels, but we'll talk about that another day. Everybody, have an awesome one. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you all for having me again. It was so much fun.
I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.